100 days in Minecraft as you've never seen it before. Today, we try and survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft as a superhero. We will have 3 main goals, the first of which is to become a superhero. Secondly, we need to craft superhero armor and superhero weapons. And finally, we will have to defeat the Ender Dragon and complete Minecraft as a superhero. So guys, smash a like rating on this one, sit back, relax, and get ready for the most epic superhero adventure you have ever seen in Minecraft. Alright, so this is it. It is time to get our brand new world started. Superhero 100 days, hardcore mode. Let's get it. We jump straight in, and obviously you need to get to know your surroundings. I realized my surroundings were epic. Straight away, I see a Norse village. This is good. Thor's a Norse god, so that's got something to do with Thor. Also, there seems to be some sort of a meteor crash site over here, which we will learn more about in the future. But anyway, I decided to head straight over to the Norse village and check out what was going down. And pretty much straight away, I found out that yes, this does in fact have something to do with Thor, because I found his pants.
Nice.
I've got some new Thor armor. I also found the Stormbreaker plate for making the Stormbreaker. That's pretty crazy. I also found his boots, and before you know it, I haven't got a full set of armor, and I'm only in here a couple of minutes. Oh, and I found some horse armor and the Mjolnir cast too. This is absolutely epic. What a start. But I mean, it is my first day, so I have to start punching a tree. Yeah, so that's what I did. I punched a tree and I started making up some tools. My first tools were iron tools. This was going to be epic. So that night, I basically got to know my surroundings and searched around. I found this mine, decided to mark it up, but then I also wanted to go over and check out this meteor crash site. There was some weird kind of blocks there to do with dwarves, but basically I wanted to get all of that coal. I also killed that skeleton. Haha, I'm such a hero. Anyway, I decided that this church-looking place was going to be the home of Hero RoPo. I think. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. This is where I'm gonna settle. Anyway, I went out that night, got myself a few more kills, and also hunted down some sheep so I could get some wool so I could go ahead and make my bed. That's what I did. I made a bed. Things were starting to happen, people. We are Minecrafting. By going to sleep. Okay, so the next couple of days, you guys can decide whether they're epic or not. I started off by killing a zombie. Kind of epic. Then I went off and got myself a horse. I mean, come on, look at this guy. He's got little socks. And he also now has diamond armor and a saddle. Also kind of epic. I mean, come on, look at this guy. Hey, cannot wait to get this dude a name tag. Okay, so I know you guys want me to become a superhero straight off the bat, but we've got to get to work first. I started these couple of days by almost dying to those creepers, but then I decided, yes, it's Minecraft, and I do in fact have to go mining. It's laborious, and I don't really like doing it, but it has to be done. So that's what I did. I start mining. There was a lot of ores, and eventually my pickaxe broke, and then this happened. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? I actually fell off the ledge and was down to 1 heart. It could have been over before it started. Oh man, I got so lucky. But anyway, I kept on mining, getting lots of different ores, and then I actually found myself a skeleton spawner. I knew I kind of was gonna need this in the future, so it was a really big find for me, and I was super happy. I took out a couple of them, but decided I was gonna come back there and make myself a little mob farm in the future. Anyway, I went ahead and got myself some more ores, so I could smelt them into different ingots. There were so many different things that I needed in this adventure. I mean, I was gonna have to make superhero armor. Okay, so speaking of work, everybody knows you've got to eat in Minecraft, so I decided to make myself a little chicken farm. I don't know why, but I absolutely love doing this. I mean, look at their little legs. I love hoarding chickens, it's so much fun. Yeah, anyway, I made a little chicken farm, it's pretty epic, right? I then decided I needed to make myself a piston because I wanted to make a grappling hook. This was going to make it really easy to get around, and then I realized that I needed to make a lead. And yeah, you need slime to make a lead, and I didn't have any, and I just gave up on the grappling hook, and yeah, called it a night. Okay, so it's been a week and I haven't really done much exploring. I mean, I went out on my horse and yeah, that was a bit of a disaster. So this time I'm gonna go out in a little boat. Haha, I look really cool on this thing. Anyway, not before long I found something. It was another meteor crash site, but this one was a little different. Had this green stuff. And this green stuff turned out to be kryptonite. Okay, this has something to do with Superman. Things are getting interesting, people. Anyway, I did see some woods close by on fire and I went and had a look again. It was more kryptonite, so I picked that stuff up. I did travel on some more and then found something extremely interesting. Looked like some sort of a crashed ship or something. And then there was people there also. Blue people. Okay, who are these guys? Turns out they wanted to fight, so I had to fight back. Took this dude out and ended up picking up his flesh. Said it was Kree flesh. Oh yeah, okay, so these guys remind me of the dudes out of Guardian of the Galaxy. Anyway, I decided to loot their chests and I found a Kryptonian fossil. Again, that was going to lead me to something later on in the video. This was pretty epic. I also picked up some ores, vibranium ores. Again, pretty epic find. This will all tie in together pretty soon, but it was actually starting to become epic. I was really starting to enjoy what was happening. And yeah, I then decided to go to bed, because it's tiredly-wiredy. Okay, it was day 10, and I know I keep on saying things were epic, but this day was epic! Anyway, I got to work getting myself some food because I was going to go adventuring. I start cooking them up and then this happened. I heard an almighty crash of thunder. Or was it lightning? I don't really know. But it was weird because it's not raining. It's not a thunderstorm. So how did I hear that? It was super freaky. I didn't really know what I was doing or what I was looking for, but I headed out in the direction I thought the sound came from. I then ended up on this little island across the way and noticed some fire straight away. Maybe lightning did strike. It was extremely weird. And then, at the corner of my eye, I spotted some strange ores. And right underneath those ores was Thor's Mjolnir. I tried to lift this thing, but it said that I was not worthy. Of course I'm not worthy yet. But I mean, I found Thor's hammer. This was insane. I noticed that in my inventory, it had a little system here that told me that I had a score of 51. I think if I was going to be worthy, I had to get that score up to 250. I would get that done by killing mobs and basically just being a good guy, saving villagers and stuff like that. I made this tower thing so I'd know the location of the Mjolnir at all times, but then it got late and I decided to go to bed. What a day. So to say the least, I was getting pretty excited. I was actually going to be able to become Thor eventually. I wanted to keep the adventure rolling, so I headed on out again and found another Norse village. I found more stuff, but more importantly, I found Thor's chest plate. This was the last piece of Thor's armor. I actually looked like Thor. Apart from the helmet. Yeah, I probably should have took that off. But anyway, I decided to go ahead and get these bookshelves because, yeah, I was going to need them in my house pretty soon. I then found a village close by with a waystone, but then saw this place. This isn't normal. What is this? Okay, seems like I was in some sort of a lab with a lab villager dude and he was trying to trade injections with me. There was also a machine here called an extractor. Wasn't really sure what it was, but knew it was going to be important, so I grabbed it. I then learned that you could make super soldier serum. This could be a way of becoming a superhero. I was intrigued. So I was starting to make some headway in becoming a superhero, and the start of my next 3 days was to put down a waystone at Thor's hammer. This means that I could get here pretty quickly if I found some more waystones. Thankfully, the next day I went ahead and found another village, which was pretty sweet. I got myself the waystone that I was looking for. This one could go at my home so I could get around much easier. Then I found the Infinity Gauntlet cast. Damn! Gotta be honest, that thing absolutely terrified me, so I didn't really take much notice of it, but I did grab it. I then killed some cows because I wanted to start collecting some hide, but then I decided it was time to start making the long and arduous journey back home. Did I just say arduous? I meant arduous. Anyway, yeah, I was back home, and on day 16, it was time to do some maintenance around this place, so I made myself an epic bookshelf area for an enchanting table. I also put down these slabs, for some reason unknown. Anyway, yeah, I finished off the enchanting area, which was starting to look pretty cool. I also put up the casts. I was going to be able to use these to make weapons in the future. Anyway, I then put down the extractor. Still wasn't really sure what I needed that for, but it was going to be important. I then made some glass just to kind of spruce up my new little area over here for my waystone. Now that I had this down, I was able to get back to Thor's hammer with ease. It would cost me 3 enchantment levels though. Okay, so over the next few days, it was time to get down to business. Basically, I had to become some sort of a master scientist. Or crafter, mechanic, man. I don't know, I had to build loads of different things and it was crazy hard. I made copper wiring, a wire cutter. What is this madness? Iron plates, some sort of circuit boards. It was insane, but I was getting it done, so I was pretty happy. I mean, a capacitor? Capacitate? What even is that? Eventually, I made this thing called a boiler. Again, wasn't really sure what it was, but I knew it was something to do with becoming a superhero. I then went ahead and made myself some suit stands because, I mean, every superhero needs a superhero suit and they also need a stand for it to go on. Aha! Check this out. Thor's armor on a stand. I was getting stuff done, people. I also had some vibranium, which was pretty sweet. We all know that's the material that Captain America's shield is made from. Anyway, I headed back out then because I needed to start go mining again because I needed more materials. So that's what I did. I start mining again for more materials. But then, me being me, I got distracted. I went straight over to the skeleton spawner and checked out the chests. I got a name tag, which is pretty good. I was going to be able to name my horse. But anyway, I start fighting with these skeletons then and decided, dude, I really have to turn this into a skeleton farm. So I kind of made this little situation here, but it wasn't really good enough. I needed to make this place a lot better. So I did. I spent a lot of time messing around with this, especially with some water, but eventually I did get it the way I wanted it. And these skeletons just floated straight down to me, and I was able to kill them all. I then realized my score was getting pretty high. I was getting close to becoming worthy. Anyway, for the next couple of days, I actually stayed down in the mines because, like I was saying before, I needed so much materials to be able to make all these weapons and suits. Added bonus was I was able to get my XP going with those skeletons, but again, I went back to work getting all of the ores that I needed. And there were a lot of ores that I needed. Eventually, I did find some more diamonds, which was pretty good, so yeah, harvested those up, happy days. I said more, they were literally the first ones I found. Anyway, I eventually went back, got into bed, because it was a long couple of days. Anyway, it was day 25, a quarter of the way through, and I wasn't dead yet. That was seriously surprising. Anyway, I went ahead and made myself a diamond pickaxe because I obviously had some diamonds now, and I sorted out all of the ores, smelted them up, and put them into my chest. I was getting a lot of stuff now, which I was happy about. I also needed to get myself some obsidian because I wanted to make myself an enchanting table. Day 26, and this one was actually quite significant. A pretty good day. It started off with me making my enchanting table that I worked hard for the previous day, and I enchanted my diamond pickaxe, getting Unbreaking 2 and Efficiency 2, so not too bad. But then I got down to the real business. I had to make furnace generators. These things were obviously not just like a normal furnace, they had so many different components and parts. All my mining went into these bad boys, but finally I was able to get them, and they then powered up my extractor and my boiler. I also then wanted to make a little infinite water source so I could power these things up, but finally these things were starting to work. Again, at this point I wasn't really sure what they were going to do, but I knew it was going to be epic. Alright, so the next couple of days were busy, so I wanted to start it off by treating myself. I named my horse. Yeah, anyway, I called him Heimdall. You know, like the gatekeeper of Asgard, Thor's friend. You nerds will get it. Anyway, I then realized that my score total was up to like 180 something, and I wanted to get this all the way up to 250, because if I did, I would be worthy, and I could wield the Mionor. But there was no skeletons, so I got bored waiting and I went down mining. I ended up finding some more diamonds, which was pretty cool, but by the time I got back up, there was in fact skeletons there waiting. Anyway, I killed these and waited longer and longer and killed more and more. Eventually, I did get enough to get my total close to 250, but I had to keep on going. I wasn't gonna give up now. I kept on killing all of these skeletons for like 2 days. But eventually, I got up to 256. So, does this mean that I was worthy? Alright, so it was day 30. It took a hot minute to get here, but we were finally here. This was the day that I was gonna find out if I could actually become a superhero in Minecraft. There it was, Thor's Mionor. Would I be worthy? I tried to pick it up, and I was. I could not believe it. I was wielding one of the most powerful weapons in history. This thing is absolutely insane. I mean, look what it can do. I can strike down lightning bolts with the power of 1,000 gods. I can take out chickens in one hit. Well, I mean, a lot of stuff does that, but you guys get it. This thing was crazy. Oh man, I actually feel bad for these poor little chickens. Oh, and did I mention that I can fly? Oh, this is so good. It is going to make Minecraft so much easier. I mean, I could drop the hammer where I wanted and call it back at a moment's notice. This thing was crazy cool. I also found some ores with some pretty much indestructible metal that I could use later on to create the Stormbreaker. I also picked back up the Waystone, and then for the rest of the day, I kind of just flew around as Thor, feeling amazing. I was actually leveling up as well, which led me to believe that I was going to get more powers. Oh, did you notice how strong I am right now? So the next 2 days, I decided to just fly around as Thor because, yeah, I mean, I look so cool. Anyway, I was leveling up, and with each level, I was actually gaining more power. I did, in fact, then find another crash site of a meteor, so I decided to mine this thing up, and then this happened. I was at level 5. I now was the God of Thunder. Oh my days, my suit lights up with electricity and lightning. I was looking absolutely epic. I mean, I truly was now a superhero. I am Thor, God of Thunder, leader of the 9 realms, king of Asgard. La la la, yeah, that kind of thing. You guys know what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I found a Waystone and I ended up heading back home to chill out for a bit because, man, the excitement was real. I mean, look how good I look! Alright, so I did spend a lot of time getting obsidian the last day, and I decided it was time to go to the end. So I got to work on making my portal, and I think it looks kind of cool. It's right beside my bed, which is actually kind of dangerous. I never really thought of that, but yeah, this thing was cool. I ended up going through, and I spent a lot of time in here because I had to do a lot of work. I needed a lot of resources, and I had to kill a lot of mobs. I'm saying a lot, right? Okay. Anyway, it was much easier to get around the Nether because obviously I'm a superhero and I can fly, which was a good thing, but it actually took me ages to find a fortress. I don't know what it was. I must have flew by one or something happened, but eventually I did find one after so long. Anyway, when I got in there, I just start looking around, start looting up the place and making sure that I was getting everything that I needed. I had to get myself blaze rods because I was going to have to make Eyes of Ender to get to the end. But I mean, I had a lot of fun down here. I had electricity powers. I mean, I was smashing down lightning on these guys. I had the Mionor. It was too easy. The Nether usually terrifies me, but now it was just fun. I was killing absolutely everything that got in my way. It was too easy. But eventually I decided I've got what I need to get back home. I ended up making a couple of Eyes of Ender that I had, and I made myself a brewing stand. Don't really know why I made that, because I have pretty much all the powers in the world, so I don't really need potions, but I made it anyway. Anyway, I put down the suit because I was thinking of something else. I wanted to make myself a little fire charge. You guys will see what's going to happen over the next couple of days. Alright, so days 42 and 43, I started off by realizing I still have Thor's power even when I'm not wearing the suit. But anyway, this boiler thing was basically what I was going to use to get more superpowers. I was going to be able to get Super Soldier Serum. That was the stuff that gave Captain America his powers. So I got to work in getting all the materials that I needed. I needed steel dust and all sorts of crazy stuff, but eventually I got it all in and I then had Super Soldier Serum. This was getting kind of crazy. I was able to get a bucket, put it into this boiler and extract the Super Soldier Serum. I then had to go ahead and make myself an injection. This was going to be used so I could put the superhero powers into myself. This is all kind of crazy and scientific, but it's actually epic. I now had the powers that Captain America would have. The only thing was, I also had Thor's powers. So I wasn't really sure how to get rid of Thor's powers to basically give myself the new Captain America powers. I was going to have to get my science on. I was going to have to get some sleep first. Alright, so on day 44, I kind of realized that I'm not much of a scientist. Yeah. I had the superhero soldier serum and I injected it into myself expecting to become Captain America. But obviously I didn't because I was still Thor. That didn't go to plan. But then I realized I could take out the God of Thunder powers and become a civilian again. Okay, so now I just need to make more serum. Alright, so I now knew what I needed to do to become Captain America. I needed to make more Super Soldier Serum, so that's what I did. I started off these days by doing that and getting the injection filled up. I now was a civilian. I now had the injection, and I was now Captain America. I had his powers. It was epic. The little shield symbol told me so. I had everything that Captain America has. Okay, so I now needed to make his shield. It was made from vibranium, like we said before, but I was actually missing 2 plates. So I had to find myself 5 more vibranium ingots, which is no easy task. So that's what I did for the next couple of days. I flew out looking for areas where I could find vibranium. And then I remembered that the only place that I could really find an abundance of it was going to be a crashed Kree ship. So yeah, I went searching and searching and searching, but I did finally find one. It was there and I knew that I was going to get vibranium out of this thing. So I decided to take out the Kree guys because, well, they hit me first. And I'm telling my mom, okay. Anyway, I got into the ship and started looking around and thankfully I found everything that I needed. I found a lot of vibranium and a lot of that Ura ore, which I think can be used to make Thor's Stormbreaker. So a win-win situation. Anyway, I eventually got back home from my long traveling days and put my ores into my furnaces to smelt them down and get ready to make Captain America's shield. So we were now on to day 49 and it was a good one. I started off the day by getting some roses because roses are... No, I just wanted red dye because I need it for the shield. Anyway, we got back in, we start making some more of the vibranium plates and then got it all into the crafting table to make the vibranium shield. But it's not Captain America's shield until it's red, white, and blue, so we put in the dyes and make this epic weapon. It is so cool. We also picked up the blueprints to go ahead and make Captain America's armor. This was gonna be epic. Oh yeah, Captain America's shield, man, I look good. So we have reached the halfway point and I'm still alive, which is a miracle. But I had a lot of work to do because things were getting interesting. I did test out the shield a little bit and I was happy with this thing, but I really wanted Captain America's armor. I mean, I have to look exactly like Cap. So I had to make this thing, a construction table. This is the item that is used to craft the superhero armor. Once we put the blueprints into this thing, it gives us the schematics or recipes, if you will, to go ahead and make that armor. But we needed these kind of tri-plate color things. I don't know, they just look like pieces of paper, but they were so annoying to make. We had to get a lot of dye, we had to get a lot of leather, and a lot of iron. just to be able to make this suit. I mean, it makes sense, it's gonna be super powerful, but for those couple of days I ended up going out, killing a lot of cows, and also going mining for iron. I eventually did actually find myself a little mine shaft, which was kind of cool, and then I ended up finding a lot of iron. So happy days. I think I was going to have enough materials to go ahead and make Captain America's suit. Oh man, I was excited for this. So that night I smelted up all my ores and got ready to craft the next day. So it was the next day, it was day 55, and I started to get to work in making one of my favorite superhero suits ever, Captain America. This was gonna be pretty good, but as you can see, it takes a lot of resources. And I mean a lot of resources. Finally, I did get in and start crafting it, but I realized pretty quickly I was gonna need a lot more stuff. I did in fact make Captain America's helmet, which was pretty cool. It gave me a little feel to what this suit is gonna look like, but I could only afford to make the boots as well. That was a lot of work just for a helmet and boots. So it was back to work I went. I headed out because I had to do a lot of mining, I had to kill a lot of cows, and I had to find more dyes, but eventually I did get back. You guys didn't want to see all that. Oh man, it took me ages. But yeah, I got back, I smelted up everything that I needed, and I start making these little tri-plates once more. This time, I promise I will have enough to make this suit. First thing I do is make the chest plate. This thing looks absolutely sick. I was so excited. I put it over on the stand and it was all coming together. Then I finally had enough to make the pants, and boom, I had the full Captain America suit. I needed to try this thing on. It was a big achievement, and there it was. I had the suit on. I was now Captain America. I looked so good. Oh yes, flicks off the mask. Oh dude, this is sweet. So after my big win in becoming Captain America, I decided to spend the next couple of days just messing around. I was intrigued by how to get the superhero powers, so I start messing around with this extractor. I went in with the Kryptonian fossil and an injection to see if I could get Superman's powers. But I didn't. I got some kryptonite stuff. So I gave up on that and decided to go back down to my skeleton farm to get some more XP. I wanted to get my levels up because I wanted to actually go ahead and start enchanting the armor. I mean, what's better than superhero armor? Superhero armor that's enchanted, of course. Haha, yeah. So that's what I did. I got to work enchanting Thor's armor, and I got all of it enchanted. It now looks insanely crazy. Okay, so like I was saying before, I was now intrigued on how to get even more superhero powers. I wanted to roll out as Thor to try and find more Kryptonian fossils. And basically I needed to find kryptonite. So that's what I did. I came across another meteor crash site with some kryptonite and started harvesting this stuff up because it has a chance of dropping fossils. And the fossils were what I was going to be able to extract the superpowers from. So I found one. But one was probably not going to be enough, so I had to head out once more to try and find more. But it's Minecraft, and you guys know it's super easy to get distracted, and I did. I had to take out a few Endermen to get more Ender Pearls, but then I realized that I still had Captain America's powers. So I decided to use the injection to take them out. I was now just a mere mortal wearing Thor's suit, but I could still fly, so that was pretty cool. I wanted to get Thor's powers back, so I ended up actually finding Thor's hammer again. Picking this up instantly gives you his powers, so I was now back to being Thor. I kind of preferred this, to be honest, cause it gave me a little bit more strength. And I need that, cause otherwise I'd probably die. Anyway, I finished off by mining more of this stuff and called it a night. But I was still on the hunt for more fossils, so I headed back out, and eventually after a couple of days I did in fact find another Kree ship, which was kind of nice. Although I did have to kill more Kree people. I mean, is this really what a superhero would do? I'm not sure. Anyway, they did have a stash of some more fossils and some more vibranium, which was pretty sweet, so I looted up those chests and headed back out. I was gonna go and search for more, but I ended up searching for a very long time and not really finding anything. I mean, I found a mesa biome, whatever you want to call it, a desert, I found a temple, but nothing really too significant until I did find another Kryptonian crash site. And I did find one more fossil, so I decided that was enough. I headed back home and got excited for the next day because that's when I was going to try and get Superman's superpowers. Yeah, and that's when this happened. Ah, dude, I just killed my own horse. I just killed my best friend Heimdall. Are you kidding me? I was excited. I tried to run out of my house to get the day started and I just ran straight into him with the Mjolnir. He was dead, gone forever. So I got his leather and made him into an item frame. Yeah, that's actually kind of weird now that I think about it. But then I used that item frame to put up his armor to create a little shrine for my best friend. Put down some golden blocks and some golden apples and said a prayer to my once amazing stallion. I killed my own horse, so come on. Alright, so it was on to day 70 and I had gotten over the death of my best friend. Pretty quickly, actually. Maybe I didn't love him. Anyway, I went down and did some more mining again. I needed so many resources in this thing. It was insane, but eventually I did make the tin plates that I needed to make my injections. I was making these so I could fuse them with the fossils to try and get Superman's powers. At first I failed, but then I actually got it. There it was, the Kryptonian injection. Oh my days. So yes, I could have just become Superman there and then, straight away, but I decided I wanted to stick it out as Thor. I made myself a diamond helmet and enchanted it because Thor's armor didn't have a helmet. Although looking back now, I don't think it really made a difference. Kind of just took away the look. Anyway, the plan was to use my Eye of Ender to go and find myself a stronghold. I wanted to get to the end and take on that dragon. So that's what I did. I ended up traveling a pretty long way to find this thing, but eventually I thought I found the area where it was. Somewhere around here, so I start digging down and I actually did get lucky. I found it. I found the stronghold. Oh yes, things were looking up. I was getting close to getting to the end. So anyway, I dropped in and tried to find the portal, but I couldn't find it. I mean, it took me forever. I did have some fun taking out mobs, but I mean, it literally took me forever. But I did, in fact, find it. There was one Eye of Ender waiting for me there, so happy enough with that. I decided I want to be able to get back here at a moment's notice, so I put down a waystone. This means that I could get from here to home in an instant. I put down my remaining 2 Eyes of Ender and realized I need a lot more. So that's what I was going to have to do over the next couple of days. So on day 78, that's what I tried to do. I headed on out and took out some Endermen. They're not as easy to find as you would think, but I ended up getting 4, so I turned those 4 pearls into Eyes of Ender. I needed 5 more, but I was tired, it was getting late, and I decided to hit the hay. Full of arrows. I always feel like Minecraft knows when you want ender pearls and makes it extremely hard for you to get them. I think the game can sense that, yeah, I want to go to the end now, so it just makes it really hard on you. Anyway, I eventually did get what I was looking for. That's a lie. I spent 2 or 3 days in here, and I think I only got 2 pearls. Oh, it was so annoying. I did kill a lot of mobs, and again, I do like doing this because I can shoot them with lightning. It's super fun. It's very satisfying. But I got back home anyway, and I was up to 7 pearls. I needed 9, people. I mean, I couldn't wait any longer. I was getting super impatient. I decided to harvest up this gold that was in the bell tower of the church, well, my home, and I made some golden apples out of it. Honestly, I probably wasn't going to need the golden apples because I'm a superhero, but I headed back to the portal anyway with my 7 Eyes of Ender. I put them in and this thing was looking absolutely epic. Apart from there was still 2 missing. Some time went by, but eventually I did get my last Enderman to drop me an Ender Pearl. Finally, I had the 2 Eyes of Ender that I needed. So I went back, put them in, and the most satisfying noise known to man, I opened up the portal. Day 89, the time had come. I jumped through the portal, and it was gonna be Thor versus the Ender Dragon. I burrowed my way up to the surface and straight away the Ender Dragon came at me hard. but I'm a superhero. I can fly. Ha ha! I went straight up and started taking out the crystals and realized that they were not doing much damage to me at all. Kinda got a little bit reckless with that one. I lost about 6 or 7 hearts, but I mean, I had a little potion, I had my golden apples, I was able to cruise around this place and tap out all of these crystals at ease. I start toying with the dragon then. I was hitting him with my electric beam and some lightning strikes from above, but honestly, that wasn't doing too much. So I decided to get down and start destroying this guy from underneath with my Mjolnir. This hammer was epic. He then shot me straight up into the air, but it didn't matter. I can fly. I'm Thor. I'm a superhero in Minecraft. This is extremely easy. I was toying with this guy. I mean, he didn't stand a chance. It was inevitable. I was going to kill this guy and there was nothing that he could do about it. I mean, I even picked up some of his dragon's breath before getting in close and dealing the final blow. Too easy. The Ender Dragon was defeated, I was victorious, and it rained down that delicious XP. I was gonna be able to do whatever I liked. It was too easy. Being a superhero in Minecraft is unbelievably epic, and I had done it. Here was my reward. I got the Ender Dragon egg, and I put down a portal so I could get back here if I needed to pretty quickly. Well, that was it. I completed the game as a superhero. RoPo 1, Minecraft 0. Alright, so I was back home, but it was only day 91 and I wasn't finished yet. I took out an injection so I could take out the God of Thunder powers and put it away. I wanted to now become Superman. I already had this from previously, so I got out the Kryptonian injection, injected it, and I now got the last son of Krypton. I was now Superman. Woohoo! Absolutely epic. I did actually get the blueprints as well to make his superhero suit, but that was going to take a lot of work. In the meantime, I decided to make a little display case for my Ender Dragon. I always do this. This time, it was absolutely terrible looking. I don't know why I'm so bad at making those things, but I am. Anyway, I realized I do have a lot of materials, but I need a lot more. I had to go in search for more leather. But this time, I was Superman. I was able to freeze the cows. I felt bad doing that, but then I got to do this. I had Superman's powers. Laser eyes! Are you kidding me? I shoot lasers from my eyes! This is insanely fun, dude. I was taking out all the cows with my laser beam eyes. I then actually thought I had enough to go ahead and make all of these tri-plates to make this suit, but I only had enough to make the chest plate. It was a start, and I was happy I was gonna have the suit, eventually. So on days 96 and 97, I basically spent it out killing cows, getting more leather, but eventually I got back to my house and used the materials I had to finally make enough of these tri-plates to make the entire suit. I had the pants, I now had the boots, and I was now going to actually enchant them as well. Fully enchanted Superman armor. Woohoo! Look how good I look. It was absolutely epic. I achieved so much in my 100 days. Another goal complete. My third superhero. I was now Superman. I spent the rest of that day testing out his powers. He had X-ray vision. I could see every mob in the game perfectly, whether they were good or bad. It was amazing. I then tested out my crazy laser vision eyes, and also I tested out my freeze ray breath. I don't know what to call that. I took out a few mobs. This creeper had no chance against me. I mean, I was having fun. I was Superman after all. But there they were, my 3 superhero suits. I went to bed super happy. Next day, I woke up and it was day 99. And I realized I had a couple of goals still yet to get. I wanted to make the Stormbreaker, so that's what I did. It cost 20 enchantment levels, which is insane, but I did it. There it was. Thor's new weapon, the Stormbreaker. This thing was absolutely insane looking. I was absolutely loving it. I can't believe I totally forgot to craft this thing earlier, but I had it now, so I was super happy, looking unbelievably epic. And then I realized I could make Captain America's other shield, the one he got from Black Panther in Wakanda. This thing was insane also. So I got my remaining vibranium and made Captain America's second shield, getting more advancements and achievements. This thing was absolutely epic looking as well. I now had all the weapons for all the superheroes. My 100 days was coming to an end, but I was unbelievably happy with what I achieved. Now, as a civilian, I look behind me at all 3 superheroes and their weapons. Epic. So, there you have it. We actually did it. I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft as a superhero. I solidified the fact that Thor is my favorite superhero of all time. I mean, he is absolutely epic. Guys, making this video was so much fun, and I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you smash a little like rating on this one. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, and also let me know if you want to see 200 days in hardcore Minecraft as a superhero. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys, so I really hope you have enjoyed. Until next time, from me, I'm out. Peace!